Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. Today is Friday, October the 14th, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Josh Crash Davis on this wonderful Friday where we have three outstanding MLB playoff games. How are you today, Crash?
I'm doing well, Coach. It sounds like you're doing better as well. I know yesterday you had your wisdom tooth pulled, and it's a little bit excruciating, but I'm guessing you probably got a good night's sleep and feeling better this morning. So,
Actually, I am feeling a little better, but I did not sleep well and it's still extremely sore. Actually, more sore today than it was yesterday. Maybe all the medication and stuff was working yesterday. So I'm definitely
yeah,
playing injured here, but that's never stopped me before. So
right, definitely
and
not.
I'm feeling better and better from that upper respiratory thing. So what the
Yeah,
heck? I just need to be flat out healthy.
right.
That's the plan for Tuesday for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Coach at 100%. I got all this out of the way, Crash.
Yep, ready to rock.
Three great baseball games today, all really good matchups, all supposed to be close. Good weather everywhere, upper 60s, no big wind. I mean, you can't ask for a much more excellent card. I mean, there's
Yeah,
just no dead huge chalk because everybody likes a little bit of everything today, it looks like.
looks like Aaron Nola is pretty chalky though.
Is he really? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the newest because I went to post it before I had to run an errand, and I did not have all the updated stuff. So we're gonna pull that right now, and we will look at it. Yeah, I don't know about chalky. I guess Nola and Strider can be considered a little chalky, but we'll
Yeah.
go over that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look through ownership and pitching. If anybody's stacking anybody here with 6 teams playing, stacks are a little bit more in play. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But good morning, good afternoon. It's good morning, I guess, here on the East Coast. So it's really morning everywhere else. So Nathan Feudy, what's up? Congratulations for being first one in again. You're starting to get consistent at that. So we appreciate it. Randy Ruback, second to the party today. Rodney Pollard, what's up? Alan Hayes, Payne Blank, also known as Dead Presidents, is in there. We've got a little boy from Cali Action, Mr. James, also known as Jim Parrish, Aloysius 5, how are you this morning? Doug L, King of Smack, of course, is in the party, and Mr. Few. So we do have a decent group of folks in here to start out. Usually
Mm-hmm.
it takes like 5 or 8 minutes for everybody to get the alert and drift in here, but it looks like we've got a pretty good crew started here.
Yeah.
So we will dive right in, Crash. If you are ready,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and take a look at that pitching because it's definitely shifted in the last hour here. So let's as far as ownership goes and the best chance for being top pitcher percentage wise, we'll look at both of those as they stand right now projection wise. So we've got on DraftKings 53.5% Nola, 46% chance being top, 48 Strider with 42%, 31.7 for Nestor Cortez, same for top, 30% Shane Bieber, 31 to be best, 27.5 for Blake Snell with a 32% chance, and Tony Gopher Ball Gonsolin, only 9 with a 16.5% chance. So the
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers pitchers the lowest owned projected wise, but the best value as far as on the board. And then real quickly on FanDuel, it goes Nola, Strider. Let's see here. Nola, Strider, Bieber, Snell, Cortez, and then Goslin. And on our good friends Yahoo, they do not have Yahoo up yet. So we will follow that as that updates. Any big surprises for you there?
No, not really. I feel pretty much in line with a lot of that ownership, where it stands and what I'm feeling today. So now, is Strider going to pitch like a full game, or is he going to be limited, or what's the deal there? Because I know he's coming off of that oblique injury.
I haven't read anything in depth, but based on what they were saying during the telecast the last time and what I had heard on one of the shows is he definitely could be limited. He's
Okay.
definitely injured. And for me, I'm a big Spencer Strider guy, but I have eliminated him from my pool of ownership because I think if they get 4 innings, strong innings out of him, they're going to be happy and they're not
Yeah.
probably going to push that envelope. Now, that's unofficial. That's coach
Mhm.
talk and not, any strong source. But I just don't think with, 6 really adept pitchers here, you can afford to get a guy that goes 3 or 4 innings. It's just the
Yeah.
risk isn't there for me. Have you heard anything else, or anybody in chat? If you've heard anything official on that, definitely throw it in there. But I know he's coming off that injury. I know they were concerned about it, and I am concerned about how deep he goes here.
And the same thing with Gonsolin. I know he's coming back. Is he going to pitch a full game?
The Dodgers are the biggest babies on their pitchers of any team in the league. So if anybody gets babied in that one, I would believe it would be Gonsolin. And they usually go to the bullpen early anyway.
Yeah.
So, not that I don't think either one of those guys are very good. It's just I think you can get a lot more depth into these games from the other guys. So you brought them both up. I'm not playing either one of them for the reasons that you're stating as well. Good morning, Joe K, by the way. How are you, man? So you're on the same, page with me there?
I was looking at Strider, but if he's going to be limited, then I'm probably not going to go there.
That's not official.
Yeah. I mean,
his ownership will go down a little because of that too.
Well, his ownership will be way down on Fanduel because he's 10,000 over there, but he's only 6,500 on Fanduel on DraftKings. I mean, so
that is super cheap on DraftKings. It makes it so incredibly tempting. You almost can only get 4 innings for that price and be good.
Right.
With it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but that's no lock that he gets everybody out. I mean, if he's got an oblique injury is rough. It takes time.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that can rack up a lot of strikeouts fast. So if he could get 5 or 6 strikeouts in 4 innings at 6,500, I mean that's pretty good value. So
it's extremely tempting, and I totally understand it.
But I'm probably not going to go there on Fanduel then. So I'm going to make some changes to my lineups. But anyway, I'm ready to go on.
Yeah, I'm King of Smack just said that. I read that as well. I think it's going to be like a double duo of Strider and Morton anyway. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think Morton's scheduled to pitch tomorrow is what they're doing. So
are they
going to do that? Yeah.
Well, I bet you it depends on what happens. I think that could be a question mark of, Strider 3 innings, Morton 5. I mean, they need to win that game, and they can always change the pitcher for tomorrow. So again, those things aren't in concrete by any stretch, but it worries me enough that I don't really want to take that risk.
Well, if they win this game, I think it's over. So, I mean, that's
I think that's why they want to take this game down, because if they lose this game, though, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
it's going to be difficult from there. So
I mean, they could go back 2-2 and go back to Atlanta and win Game 5, but they definitely want to. I mean, both teams really got to win this game. It's a pretty.
Well, I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, that the series standings are Atlanta, Philly are tied 1-1. Houston's up 2-0 on Seattle. Yankees are up 1-0 is all. So, and then the Dodgers and Padres are tied 1-1. So, other than Houston looking pretty darn good, although they barely won those games, I would say everything else is really up for grabs. Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's dive into game 1 and get this thing moving. Let's see here. It is a 107 game. Cleveland Guardians, New York Yankees. It is 63 degrees, very comfortable, nice day in New York. Little wind blown out to right center, 5-6 miles an hour, not much to speak of. Total's only 6. You've got two studs here, 2.71 implied for the Guardians and 3.29 for the Yankees. Shane Bieber, coming off a really good outing the last go around, is 8.7K. And then Nestor Cortez, the lefty, 8.2K. Game 1 is looking like what for you?
I like mostly there's not a lot I like about this game. I like Torres and Donaldson on the Yankees, and I like Amador Rosario on the Guardians. But I think I may pitch Cortez instead of Strider. I might go to that. I just think that he has, quote unquote, one of the safer matchups on the slate as far as going up against bats. I mean, Cleveland's been winning, but they've been winning by scoring 1 to 2 runs. You know, they haven't been putting up a ton of runs at all. So, and they actually hit the second fewest home runs of any team this year. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
29 out of 30
Unreal
home runs. So the fact that they're even in the divisional series is pretty remarkable. And they're also like the youngest team. So,
yeah.
They
did great coaching and good chemistry. That goes a long way.
Are you going to go to Bieber here, Coach? Or I know you've been on him quite a bit lately.
You know, I'm a huge Bieber fan. I really am, but I don't feel it today. I'm worried about those bats, the good weather, the short porch. I just can't pull the trigger on him. I mean, I'm a fan. I want to. I just don't think he's the best play. I'm tempted though. I will tell you that. I believe like you do. I think Nestor Cortez is the better play. And you know, the Guardians do have some decent bats from the right side. Of course, Rosario Ramirez, we know, can bat well from either side, but I like him a little bit more from the left side, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
And then, they still have lefties in that lineup. Kwan's leading off, Naylor's 5th, Jimenez, who's been huge for them. Jimenez is 7th. So they do need some of those lefty bats, and Cortez is pretty tough on lefties. I just think Cortez is the play here. He's going to be one of my pitchers today. And it's unfortunate because I want to root for the Guardians and I like Bieber, but I will not be rostering any Guardians, and I'll be going with Cortez and then try a couple of, not stacking the Yanks by any stretch against Bieber, but I do want to grab a one-off or maybe even 2 at the most.
Okay.
I will say the Guardians bullpen's pretty good though.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a concern there too. So maybe just one bat from this game.
Yeah.
Anything else to add on that one?
No, I don't know what his ownership's going to be, but I don't think I'm going to go to Aaron Judge. He has pretty bad numbers against Shane Bieber, and they're just pitching around him. A lot of these pitchers are just pitching around him now. So
he is walking quite a bit. There's no question about it. Let me see if I can pull up. Let's look at a little more depth today on this. Let's look at projected DFS points on DraftKings. Okay. Since you asked, we will answer. Of course, the top 6 are all pitchers. These are projected totals right now. 20 and a half for Nola, 20 for Strider. So I don't know the numbers. See that's where one of these things where you look, if you just depend on statistical analysis and numbers crunched and optimizers, you got to be careful, because I don't know how much it's weighing this situation with Strider into this.
Yeah.
But he is second projected as far as DFS points. Blake Snell 17, Bieber 17, Cortez only 16 and a half. So that's very interesting. Then Gonsolin at 12.3. Top projected owned hitter is Aaron Judge at 9. Acuna at 8.3, Betts 8.3, Trey Turner 8.3, Soto 8, and then we have a huge group at 7 and between 8 and 7. Harper, Ramirez, Machado, Schwarber, Harris, Freeman, Smith, Rizzo, and Olson. So that's pretty much the meat of everything, and it's very similar on the 3 sites. So I won't bore you with the additional sites, but that pretty much answers those questions. And it's, again, no massive chalk, in my opinion, on pitching or hitting or in projections. I mean, it's pretty spread out. I don't know if 50% ownership on Nola, though, on some spots is really valid, but
yeah,
that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, that ownership is too high for me. I'm not going to go to Nola today. I'm just not. So
well, let's talk about that game. It's Atlanta at Philly, and it's a total of 6.5. 3.25 implied for Atlanta, 3.25 implied for Philly. 65 degrees in Philly, beautiful day, no wind to speak of. Spencer Strider, only 6.5, but we don't know, like we talked about, how deep he goes.
right.
Aaron Nola is 9.1, but highest projected, highest owned. Very, very interesting game. I will say Atlanta does strike out a ton.
They do.
So that makes it playable. So what are you looking at in this game? We do not have confirmed lineups yet, by the way.
Yeah, I like Atlanta in this game. I think that they have really good numbers against Aaron Nola. So I mean, Acuna, Riley, Ozuna, and there's one other guy that does. I think Michael Harris, but his is a real small sample size. So the other 3 is more what I'm looking at. But Ronald Acuna is my home run call today, and on the Philly side, Alec Boehm is 3 for 9 with a home run against Strider. Again, we don't know how long he's going to be in there. If Morton does come in, though, I do like Bryce Harper. He has really good numbers against Charlie Morton. So we'll have to see if we get any kind of news. But I think Morton's going to be held off for Game 4. But we'll see what happens. But if not, then Alec Boehm would probably be my only play on the Philly side.
Interesting. Okay. For me, it's tough because I do like Nola a lot. I mean, I've had some really good winning lineups recently with Bieber and Nola, so it's hard not to go to them. But I'm not going to them today. I just the matchups, the pricing, the leverage as far as ownership, and the bats for Atlanta. There's several guys from Atlanta that hit Nola well. Even Ozuna hits him well. Riley, who is my BVP play today, Riley's 429 against him, 8 for 18, 18 for 42. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, exactly.
8 extra base hits, 3 homers, 6 ribbies. He's walked 3 times, a 1229 OPS, 806 slugging, 465 OBP, and a 361 average. That's some hitting. That's Ronald Acuna I just read to you, by the way. Austin
Riley. That's
so Riley, and I know Riley's not red hot right now, but I still think he's a great play. And then Acuna is right below him. Similar numbers, not quite as good as Riley's, but he's also my home run call.
Yeah.
So we have the same home run call, and I have 2 Braves as key plays for me today. 1271 OPS for Acuna against Nola, 806 slugging, 465 OBP, and a 361 average with those 4 homers. So Riley, Acuna going to be 2 key plays for me today against my man Nola. It hurts. I'm not going with the Atlanta pitchers because of what we talked about, and wouldn't mind coming back with a Philly bat, actually. Schwarber just hasn't looked right, though.
No, he hasn't.
I don't think I can go to him. I'd lean more towards a Hoskins, Romito, or Harper as a one-off, and then be on down the road.
So what are you feeling about Ozuna today, since you're the Ozuna whisperer?
I'm thinking about him just because of price,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not as like jumping out of my shoes like I was the last time. He's 2.7.
Yeah.
So as a last man in, I think he may be a solid play, but I can't say I'm calling a home run
I mean,
today.
I feel like probably 80% of the time you roster him, he hits a home run. I mean, it's pretty
I'll tell you
ridiculous.
what, it is silly ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with him today. I have not made that final decision, but I will prior to lock and have that in there for our members in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else from that game?
No, I think we've covered it pretty well. No, I think that's it.
All right, let's look at one more statistical analysis here because we do have 6 teams. Let's take a look at stacks real quick and see what that's shaping up to be. Nothing overwhelming. The Dodgers are number 1, though, at 25 with a 23% chance of being the top stack. We have San Diego second at 18. So same game, high scoring expected, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
17% chance of being top. Yankees at 17 with a 15. Atlanta 14 with an 18. So they're the leverage champs here.
Yeah.
And then Philly at 13 with a 14. And Cleveland last with a 12 and a 12.5 chance.
Mm.
That's on DraftKings. Let's take a look at Fanduel as well, just because it does shift a little bit. It's 23.5 Dodgers, 19 Padres, almost 19 for the Phillies, though. Only 14 for the Yankees, 14 for the Braves, and 11 for the Guardians. So definitely a little bit different of a look there.
Right.
And Yahoo also still not up yet. So I'm going to have to check that Yahoo one later. But that gives you a good feel for ownership, projected scoring, pitching, gives us a good look at what we're up against from a leverage standpoint, all of that stuff, etc. So let's see who else joined, by the way, here. Let's see. Niall Simmons, Coach Mom joined us. Doug L, we know's in there. Braves have good history. Yeah, that is true. No question about it. All right. Coach Mom giving me noise for going with the Chrome Dome yesterday, by the way. I always pay off my bets, and I will when NBA starts. You're going to be without a hat multiple times. That's my first prediction for the NBA season. So take that to the bank, Crash.
She says that she was shocked, or her word, leveled by you being on yesterday after the doctor visit.
Oh, she knows better than that. That's not going to hold me down.
Right. COVID didn't hold you down. I can think of a lot of times that you haven't been held
God
down.
willing, as long as I can move my lips and sit here, I'm going to be on. So no worries. All right, let's go to the final game, Crash. We've got game 3. We got to give away some tickets. We have to do a 2 brains lineup today and do our boom pick. So we got a lot to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
The late game, 8:37 p.m. It's the Dodgers and Padres. It is 68 degrees, perfect in San Diego. Slight breeze out to right center at 6 miles an hour. 3.59 for the Dodgers, implied 3.41 for the Padres. So almost a dead split there. Again, all these games are close to pick'em games. It's really a good game day for baseball. Tony Gopher Ball Gonsolin, 7.5K. Blake Snell's only 6.9K, Crash. So he is going to crash my lineup as my second pitcher today because of the value. And he pitches well against the Dodgers. And I just think he's in a good spot. So I bet you didn't expect me to have Cortez and Snell as my pitchers today.
No, I didn't.
Very contrarian for me, and it took a long time to get there.
Yeah, I figured you would have Nola and Bieber. That's what I thought.
I know. I mean, I usually do. And to go with 2 different guys is definitely different. But I like Snell tonight. So in this game, again, you got some good value and you got some expensive bats on the Dodgers side that I'm not going to be playing. And I will have a few of the key bats for the Padres.
Yeah, there's 3 games, so you got to have some variation here. You can't just run, the top pitchers, the top bats. I mean, you're not going to win if you're just playing all the chalk. So,
True.
Yeah, I like Trent Grisham is 4 for 10 with a home run against Gonsolin, so I like
Yeah.
him as a value play. Josh Bell is like 2 for 4. I mean, these are pretty small sample sizes, but I like Josh Bell here. And I like on the Dodgers side, I actually like the catchers. I like Will Smith and Austin Barnes against the lefty Snell. Smith has some pretty good BVP against him, as does Barnes. And then Chris Taylor, if he's back in the lineup, I do like him. I always like him against lefties. So, and he has some numbers against Snell as well. So there's probably 4 or 5 bats from this game that I'll end up using in my lineup. So it could be one of the heavier games for me as far as bats go.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that 7 is the highest total on the board.
Right.
6, 6.5, and 7. So, hits are going to be important. I like the top of the Padres order. Profar, Soto, Machado are really my favorite bats there. So I will have a little mini stack if I can. I should have the money to go both Soto and Machado, which is a goal for me today.
Yeah.
Because I'm saving money with some of my hitting, and I'm not going to spend the 6.3 on Judge. So, I mean, you have to make a decision somewhere. I'll tell you, though, I was tempted at, Machado's 5.7 now.
Yeah.
So, he's been red hot, though. So it's hard to, that's my final decision that I have to make is, do I stick with Machado or do I bite the bullet and hope they pitch a little bit more to Judge? I will say Bieber normally doesn't pitch around people a lot. It doesn't matter who it is. So I do think Judge is going to get a few more balls to hit than he has been. So that does make me want to roster him there. So that's the big decision that I have to make on my top bat. But I will have some Padres exposure and hope Snell. I think if they leave the damn guy in, let him pitch at least 6, 7 innings, he can go that far. And his velocity's been up in the last few games, teetering close to 100, which he hadn't been at all season. And he's just got the ball working well. And as dangerous as the Dodgers are, I mean, Betts to me hasn't looked very great. You got to watch Trey Turner. He's hot. I like that you get Snell against Freeman, lefty. That helps a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I know it's not popular. Dodgers the top stack, but again, they don't pay us the big bucks, Crash.
Right.
We're coming up here giving out all chalk,
Another guy that's been playing pretty well is Ha-Seong Kim. He's pretty good against righties too. So I do like him.
I always like him just because of his KBO ties, man.
Right.
Brings back the memories.
Exactly.
I don't know what I did with my lighting, but it's perfect again.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot better today. So
I'm not touching anything. Last time I must have touched something because it was bad yesterday. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But, Grisham as a wraparound is always a cool play. I like that idea for sure. Gallo was 3 for 5 with 2 HRs against Snell. I get that, but he also gets pinch hit for pretty damn fast.
And he's not projected right now to be in their lineup.
No, and I don't trust it. But
yeah, and Trace Thompson is better against righties than lefties. I was just looking at his numbers. He's like 168 against righties and over 300 against against righties. So against lefties, he's 168 and righties 300. So yeah, he's definitely a reverse splits guy.
He is. I think, I'll tell you though, it's Will Myers is another guy that Tony A just brought up that I think is a good call too. He is dialed in, and I like him because he doesn't wear batting gloves. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
you got all those guys with 9 gloves and 8 different things. It's like they have armor, suit of armor on
or whatever.
Yeah, he just goes up there, no gloves, it just hits. You gotta love the old school look.
Yeah,
I do love it. Let's see your lightning. Oh, the lighting! It was my head absorbed all the lighting yesterday.
Oh wow!
Gotcha, Niall Simmons, you dirty dog, you.
That's funny.
I love it. All right, let's jump into FanDuel and let's build a two brains are better than one. Since we have 6 teams, I think it's a doable thing, and we'll put one together. So some folks, if you want to throw a GPP in there, you've got a unique lineup, hopefully, that we can build here that's going to give you a takedown. That's the goal.
Coach, you need to get a hold of Rick. I don't know what's going on, but they don't have the Braves and Phillies up on Boom.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I will shoot him a message as soon as we're done here.
Yeah.
They must just not have had that scheduled because it was a filled-in game from the rain out, but that's inexcusable.
Right.
All right.
Well, no, it wasn't. The Cleveland game was the one. They have that on there, but for some reason they don't have the Phillies and the Braves.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. I'm sure it'll go up, but I will check on it though.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna go Nestor Cortez.
Okay. I will take the guy we were just talking about, Trent Grisham, outfield.
Okay. Love how you save the bucks for me. You know that I'm a big I'm a big spender.
I try.
I'm gonna go with Juan Soto.
Got a little Padres stack going. I'm gonna take our HR call. Ronald Acuna.
He was my next pick. So good choice. I go a little different here. Let me try to not spend every penny. I'm going to go back to a guy that's really let me down consistently. And sometimes you got to stay the course. I'm going Rhys Hoskins.
Okay.
I know, but I don't want to not have him when he does finally go off.
I'm going to take. Do you want to take Riley at third base?
I'd like to.
Okay.
Or I could take him at utility.
I'm going to take Kim at shortstop.
Kim?
Yeah. So we got 3 Padres now.
And then I'll go ahead and take Riley.
At third?
Oh, I got the guys in the wrong spots again. My infamous screw up here. All right, so I got to go. And then it doesn't let me change it. I always cry about this every time we do it.
What the heck? That's so weird.
I'm going to try to take Kim at short. Let's see if it puts him in the right spot. Yes, it worked.
Okay, good.
And then I'll put Riley at third. He's expensive. That gives us 3,100. We got a ton of money for second base and utility.
I'm going to take Gleyber Torres at second.
I like that play. All right, so I've got 2,800 for basically anybody. Let's see who my choices are. JT, I'm not taking. Josh Bell, I don't quite trust. I'm going to go with JD, Josh Donaldson.
That's what I was going to say. I think Josh Donaldson would be the best pick here.
Yeah. So that leaves us 100 if we have to make any changes. But our two brains are better than one. FanDuel GPP is Cortez, Hoskins, Torres, Riley, Kim, Grisham, Soto, Acuna, and Donaldson. So no Dodgers. So that is going to make us extremely different right there. So hopefully we have a nice lead going into that game.
But it is a GPP, so.
Yeah, and the Padres side hits.
Right.
Then we'll be in good shape. All right. Do you want to throw a few Boom Oh my goodness, I don't have my Boom Fantasy picks with me. I left them upstairs.
Well, I'd like to, but without that Braves Phillies game, it's really tough because you just have the 2, and I don't really like the 2 games plays that we have. But
is Riley on there?
No, that's what I'm saying. We don't have the Braves and Phillies.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. How about some of the Padres? I would like to put Soto on there if he's a choice.
Yeah, he's not, unfortunately.
I mean,
All
we
right,
can.
I'll go with this. I'll go with Ha-Sung Kim over 0.5 hits and Shane Bieber under 4.5 hits allowed.
Okay. How about a Cortez one? I'm not looking at it, so you're going to have to help me.
Okay.
Is Cortez on there?
I don't see him. Let me see if he's under long shots or favorites. He's not.
All right. What about Snell?
He's not either. They don't have very much up there. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm not going to give any out then. I'll post once I look, and if they add the Phillies game, we'll put.
I'm going to do the same thing because I'm not super confident on this play, so I'm not going to do that.
We'll post those in Discord.
Yeah.
King of Smack. Can I erase King of Smack's comment without offending him? Snell going to get shelled. Okay, King of Smack, it's on. It's on. I'm not going to even take my hat off for that one. But don't count out the veteran Blake Snell. He's been there, done that.
Yeah.
He's going to show up tonight, King of Smack.
Right.
All right. What else? Anything? Is that it?
I think that's it, Coach.
Okay. We've got plenty of time till first pitch, like an hour and 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you have plenty of time to check all of that out. I'm going to give away 2 tickets now. All you have to do, jump on Twitter, go to DFS Coach Talk and DM me and let me know your PayPal email, and I'll send the 2 tickets over. Also, if you're watching right now, we have a lot more viewers than we do thumbs up, which is not cool. So give us a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. Hit that little alarm in the upper corner. That will let you know when any of our podcasts post. And any of our tweets. We're doing a lot more tweeting lately. Anybody that likes and retweets, as long as you're subscribed, I'm going to do some flash giveaways for sets of these tickets for the Millie Maker, throughout the day, all the way through until the start of basketball here on Tuesday. So definitely jump on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. Check it out there. If you want to reach either one of us directly or see our comments, Crash is at JP Davis 1982, and I'm at Joe Sarvati. Excuse me. All right. The winner is for the 2 tickets today is Aloysius 5. I think he won the other day. So Aloysius has been lucky. Aloysius 5 getting 2 more tickets. So definitely send that over to me for on Twitter, and we'll get those out to you today, man. RJ, it's all right. We love that you at least jumped in, and it will be on recording, and it's only 38 minutes, so you have tons of time to listen before the game start today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as far as the schedule goes, the rest of the week, it's going to be busy, and we do have early games a lot, so there are going to be earlier than normal times for the podcasts. Tomorrow at 10:45, just like today, Coach and I and Crash, all 3 of us are going to be on. And then Saturday night, as always, that's where we have the 3-man booth, Steven and Crash. I will join them for an 8 p.m. podcast, like always on Saturdays. We'll go over the entire Sunday NFL slate. Sunday, I'll be in the morning solo, 10:45, and then look for my NBA preview that will be dropping on Monday. Fired up for that. And then we have our first Tuesday start of the NBA. So, man, what a schedule.
Yeah, it's exciting, Coach. We're right around the corner from your favorite sport. So
this is going to be it. I know. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Didn't hear what my calls were today. No problem, Jim. That's what we're here for. I should have reviewed them. So my top pitcher's Cortez, and then Snell's my value pitcher. I have a couple of Braves, Riley and Acuna, as my BVP and HR calls. I I hate to say it, but I'm fading the whole Strider / maybe Morton situation. So I'm fading Strider, and I think that's it. What do you have, Crash?
My favorite pitchers are Cortez and why did I just draw a blank?
Acuna's your home run call.
Acuna's my home run call. Yep. Riley's my BVP play. My other pitcher is.
You have the same two guys? I didn't think you had Riley. Riley's my BVP play.
I don't think I gave out my BVP play.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't think I did.
Okay.
No, my BVP play was Gleyber Torres. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, and then my my other pitcher is Shane Bieber. So I like the pitchers in both the same game. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I think it makes sense, and it's very doable. There's plenty of points to be scored in solo games, no doubt about it. Well, spread the word. We're looking to grow here at Coach Talk with NBA going, as you can see scrolling on the bottom. Join us for that Lucas special. We'd love to have you for the entire season, and that's it. So best of luck today. We're going to be providing baseball all day long for sure. I'm doing NBA preseason tonight for our members, a full 8-game slate for the last NBA preseason night. Very excited to provide for that one. And then we also have weekend golf. We're still hanging in there. Just one bum in the mix, Davis Riley. Poo-pooed his pants, but everybody else is playing well. And then we'll have some weekend PGA for you tonight as also.
Sounds good.
All right, Crash. Appreciate you, man. We will.
You too.
Yeah, we'll be back in the morning to go over baseball tomorrow and get things ready tomorrow night for football. So appreciate everybody for jumping in. Congratulations, Aloysius, on the ticket win. And we will, like I say, be looking to give out a few more sets today for those likes and retweets on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your Friday. The weekend is here, and we'll be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB DFS and boom, fantasy.